interesting look into how he's having this sort of like personal meltdown over it. And it's really funny because Jaffe sort of tries to get him to explain why he's so obsessed with this and cares so much about it. And let's be clear, like Schultz has gone as aggressively as he can against these unions. And he can't really explain why this is such a threat to Starbucks. But I think it's because, you know, he's been able to maintain this sort of like progressive liberal vision of himself. And when you're faced with these legitimate grievances, like he can no longer reconcile the two.
I took it as like a mental block, which is that these guys, they're all massive egomaniacs. Like I think that's one of the things we can't underestimate. To him, he is Starbucks and Starbucks is him.
And it's completely paternalistic. It's like, it's almost like, how dare you? Like, I let you get free online courses at Arizona State. How could you possibly do this to me?
Yeah, that's literally, I mean, for years also he basked in the media attention. Let's be honest about that. You know, the Post and all these others said, oh, Starbucks is a hero. Like they're giving, you know, they treat their workers fairly. He basically got off on it in that paternalistic way. And if, you know, the existence of the union is ultimately, we don't trust you to look out for our interests, which what employee would ever think that? I mean, that's insane.
Well, you should not be subjected to like the benevolent whims of whatever the billionaire founder thinks is gonna both be good for you, but also ultimately be good for their bottom line. I mean, that's what you really see is when those two things conflict, forget about it. You know where he's gonna land.
So yeah, the real takeaway to me is that the existence of the union itself just violates his vision. Bezos is a lot like this too. Bezos is obsessed with control because he thinks control is about efficiency and he's obsessed with efficiency. I mean, he's not wrong from an efficient perspective, but of course, doesn't always work out when the human element is introduced. Same thing with here. I think that the literal existence of it means that he cannot cope, thus he has to throw the entire company at it, and it just reveals it's all BS in the first place.
Yes, indeed. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.